And hello, everyone. I'm Daren Jaime, and today is Wednesday, January 30th, and you are watching Open, a live program bringing the Bronx and New York City straight to you. We also want to encourage you to watch on Manhattan Neighborhood Network as we say hello to our viewers on MNN, as Open is now being broadcast live simultaneously on MNN's channel. Now, you can also stay connected to us via Twitter at BronxNet TV and on Facebook at Open BronxNet Television. Well, a lot has certainly been going on throughout the past week. We're getting ready to take you through it right now with some Bronx updates. A Bronx man convicted of murdering his mother in 1989 was exonerated this past week. Huey Burton, who was 16 at the time of his conviction, spent nearly 20 years in prison for a crime he didn't commit. The Innocence Project took up Burton's case, and research found during the time of his trial that helped prove that police were able to force confessions from innocent teens. The Bronx District Attorney's Conviction Integrity Unit reviewed Burton's sentence for 2 years, which eventually led Bronx Supreme Court Justice Stephen Barrett vacating Burton's convictions officially. Mr. Burton currently works for an elevator repair company, and he's also preparing to run in the New York City Marathon this year. Standing outside the courtroom, Mr. Burton said, quote, "It felt like a weight was officially lifted." In other news, the longest government shutdown in U.S. history came to an end on January 25th after President Donald Trump and Congress agreed to temporarily reopen federal agencies. The move marks a major change for the president, who insisted for weeks that he would not reopen the government until lawmakers agreed to give him more than $5 billion for the wall. The House and Senate passed legislation to fund the government until February 15th. National parks and museums will reopen, and the IRS will handle tax returns. The president also indicated, quote, "If we don't get a fair deal from Congress, the government will either shut down on February 15th or I will use the powers afforded to me under the laws and Constitution of the United States to address this emergency." So stay tuned, more coming there. In other local news, a woman is now suing a Bronx hospital. Sherelle Powell is taking action against St. Barnabas Hospital over the case of mistaken identity. According to Powell's lawsuit, the mix-up began on July 15th, when she was notified that her brother, Freddie Clarence Williams, was admitted to the hospital unconscious with brain damage following a drug overdose. However, there was a Fred Williams who was not her brother. Now, after weeks of visiting a stranger, she thought it was her brother. Powell authorized doctors to withdraw life support on July 29th. It wasn't until August 16th that the mistake was discovered by the city's medical examiner. Powell's actual brother was in jail, unbeknownst to the family. Her lawyer told the Post that neither the medical examiner's office nor the hospital would tell them anything about the man who died. The lawsuit seeks unspecified compensation for extreme emotional harm. We'll continue to follow that story and more. That's all for our Bronx updates. Stay with us. We've got more show coming up right after this.